James chapter 1, verses 23 to 25 say, "But be the doers of the word, and not merely hearers who deceive themselves. For if any are hearers of the word and not doers, they are like those who look at themselves in a mirror. For they look at themselves, and upon going away, immediately forget what they were like. But those who look in the perfect law, the law of liberty, and persevere, being not hearers who forget, but doers who act, they will be blessed in their doing." Here, James is saying that those who simply listen to the word and do nothing are nobodies in this world. But those who go out and work through the Lord and do works in his name are blessed. But how do we go out and be doers? Is the doer somebody who goes out and raises money for a charity? Or somebody who simply just has a random act of kindness in one day? Are doers making a difference? And if they are, what is making a difference? As I prepared for this morning, all of these questions popped into my head, and I was overwhelmed thinking of what exactly was making a difference, and if doers were making a difference, and if I was even being a doer in my everyday life. I decided I would ask a friend what he thought what making a difference was, and without hesitation he said Spud Week, to which I agreed with him. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Spud Week, it stands for Students Performing Unselfish Deeds. It's an event during the spring where students at Norman North High School will raise money for a family in need in the community. The student council, along with other members of the school, will walk up during spring break and decorate the entire school with a theme. And then, throughout the course of the next couple of weeks, we'll have fundraisers and activities and assemblies to raise money for this family. Last year, we were able to raise over $115,000 for our family in need. And they were able to buy a new minivan, along with renovate their house for their son that was wheelchair bound. I decided that this was an example of students making a difference. And whether or not they were all Christians, they were all being doers. But then I started to think to myself, are big-time organizations and big-time fundraisers like Spud Week the only way to make a difference and the only way to be a doer? A minister named Bruce Ball tells a story of a minister who wore a carnation on his lapel every Sunday morning. One day, a boy came up to him and asked him if he could have it. The minister handed it to him, but then asked him, "Why do you need it?" The boy said that his parents had been divorced for a year, and as soon as they were divorced, they had sent him to live with his mother. But as soon as his mother had been remarried, the husband did not want him around, so they sent him to live with his dad. But within a month, his dad had said, "I was too busy with work, so you can't live with me," and sent him to live with his grandmother. He said that his grandmother took care of him, gave him clothes, and gave him food. And that's why he wanted the flower, to give to his grandmother for loving him. The minister, with tears in his eyes, told the boy that he didn't want that carnation. He said for a reason that special, he needed a bouquet. He told the boy to go up front and get a big bunch of flowers in the front of his pulpit and give them to his grandmother. As the boy smiled and turned away to go get them, the minister heard him say, "What a wonderful day. I asked for one flower, and I got a whole bouquet." Is this not making a difference? Is that minister not being a doer? He just made that boy's day, because that boy is now able to go give his grandmother, who loves him very much, a flower to make her day as well. One doesn't have to go out and put long hours into a service project to make a difference. All they need to do is help somebody out, compliment them, or simply say hi. As Christians, we are called to live better lives. We are called to help out the community in any way possible. We are called to make a difference, and we are called to be doers. Are we even Christians if we are not doers? Again, James writes in chapter 2, verse 17 of James, he says, "So faith by itself, if it has no works, is dead." Faith without works is dead. Faith and works go hand in hand, so if we don't have works, we don't have faith. And if we don't have faith, can we walk in our everyday lives proclaiming to follow Christ? I have a cousin. His name is David Kelton. David had a very rough upbringing, one that I cannot imagine. But he changed his life when he became a member of our family church in Texas. He went all out when he became a member. He became a greeter. he became an usher, and he joined the choir. He lived the life of a Christian, helping people whenever he could and making days better wherever he went. But on August 4th, 2009, David was killed in a horrific car accident. At his funeral, his football coach spoke of the kind of person David was and the kind of character that David had. And just before he finished, he told everybody in the crowd to stand up and look around. And when they did, they saw that there were people standing along the aisles because there were no seats left in the sanctuary. Over 1,200 people that David had affected by living his Christian life had come to pay respects to him. 1,200 people. David was 19 when he died. He was a doer. He made a difference. And if one kid, one 19-year-old kid, can affect that many people in that short time, think of the difference we can make if every single one of us did exactly what David did. So let's go out into the world and be doers. Let's follow David's example, and let's go out into the world and make a difference. Thank you.